Moving to introduce the first one. This is Liz. He's already done power clap, so we're good to go on that. So the next one I'm going with is Mrs. Arcularis to give out awards for classes or individuals with most box tops and soup labels. Mrs. Arcularis, come on up.
Okay, so I have 4 awards. I just want to start by thanking you guys for bringing the box tops and the labels to your classrooms. You guys really made this a competition this 9 weeks. So first of all, at Fremont, I would like to recognize Mrs. Lisney's class. And so if you'd send somebody up. Mrs. Lizzie. And somebody from Mrs. Ratman's. Congratulations. For ADK, the winners, one classroom really made this a competition considering first 9 weeks there was only first 9 weeks there were 8 box tops and 0 labels. Mrs. Schulenberger's room. With 350 box tops and 222 labels. Good job. Okay, ready? And then the other one is Mrs. Ramsey's class. Here we go, power class. And the goal this year is to raise $1,100, and we have, right now we are at 68% of our goal with $749.81. I will be sending these box tops off the end of this month. They have to be sent in by March 2nd. So I am sure we will probably reach our goal by then. So keep on clapping. And I would like to thank Mrs. King for helping me.
Okay, joining our points club at Fremont, we have quite a few. So listen carefully. I'm going to go first, second, and third. Stand up, and then we'll power clap for them. So when you hear your name, first graders, Jesus, McKenna, Parker. Stand up when you hear your name. Ignacio, Tommy, Lola, Hazel, Meg, Amelia, Benny, Esperanza, Paige. Stay standing. Second graders, Porter, Haley, Elizabeth, Melanie, Chloe, Sophia. And third graders, Denver, Preston, Eli, Ella, Max, Rael, Jaden, Quincy, Clyde, Hannah, Tim, Cyrus, Haley, Carlos, Molly, Elena, Robert, Natalia, Zoe, Caden, Ashley G, and Ashley S. Let's give them a power clap. Third graders, Brandon, Corbin, Alexa, Adrian, Benny, and Shasta. Let's give them a power clap. Joining the 50 plus, up to 74 points, there's 2 third graders, Rhea Erickson and Isabel Kinsman. And joining the 100 plus club, a third grader, Naomi Waldron. And then I'd like to give special recognition to a third grader who last quarter got up to the 100 plus, but that didn't stop her from reading because she has over 200 points. So I'd like Laura to come up here and get a big kiss from Mrs. Ash. And when Laura gets to 300 points, and I know you will, you'll come up here again. Let's give her a power clap.
Or better. We'll start with the 10 points. Just stand up where you are when I call your name. Wait to power clap them all at the end, please. Devrin, Anders, Will, Jayla, Kaylee Schneider, Emily, Stephen. Stand up, you guys. Zeke, Mike, Peterson Brown, David, Nevaeh, Sophie, Macy, Victoria, Ciara, Forrest, Shelby, Tyler, Gilbert, Lady, Lexi, Colvin, Nikita, Gracie, Caden, Zach, Omar, Esteban, Kenzie, Audrey, Savannah, Keegan, Taima, Robert, Hussey, Preston, Logan, David Sipp, Juan, Fletcher, Sammy Conley, Jackson, Dayton, Cody Dillaboo, Ivana, JC, Hunter, Jacob, Trevor, Bridget, Tyler, Gabby, Louise, Leslie, Lisa, Scarlett, Trevor, Samantha, Seska, Christian, and Kaylee. Look at all those 10-point readers. Now, give them your power clap. Okay, have a seat. Okay, here we go. This is 25 points. Some of you are going to be up and down a little. Get ready. Annette, Zachary, Anders, Jayla, Zeke, David, Ivana, Emily, Annette, Susanna, Gina, Deanna, Allison, Avery, Stephen, Ash, Dayton, Wyatt, Macy, Preston, Jackson, Dylan, Tegan, Bridget, Ella, Taima, Trevor, Devon, Savannah, Mike Peterson Brown, Tyler, Blaze, Leslie, Arcelia, Beth, Nevaeh, Omar, Esteban, Hunter, Kaden, Audrey, Brett, Kaylee, Victoria, and Gabby. Power clap. Good job, you guys. Okay, the list gets a little shorter. It's getting a little harder. 50 points. Jayla, Will, Zachary, Zeke, David, Susanna, Emily, Morgan, Beth, Stephen, Trevor, Anders, Kaylee Schneider, Ivana, Denham, Allison, Ash, and Deborah. Everybody power clap. Okay, now I'm going to list all the kids that have got 100 points. And they have either picked up their big candy or they get it today. So when I call your name, please come to the front, even if you have gotten your candy already. Because some people met their goal before our assembly and came and got it. So come up to the front, please. Jayla, Will, Zach, Michaela, and Zeke. And Trevor, sorry. Trevor just met his last week. Okay, I believe that Zach needs to pick a candy. Trevor needs to pick a candy. Zeke, you picked yours. Michaela, come pick a candy. And hold them up so they can see what you get. 3 kids that have hit 200 points. Can I have Jayla, Will, and Zach back up here, please? Yeah, let's have some power. Okay, for 200 points, they get ice cream treats. Ice cream. Okay, thank you. Okay, now we have 2 readers that have reached over our 200 points. We have one that is at 377. Is that right, Jayla? You don't remember? Yeah. And she gets an Amazon gift card for $25. Will has also passed 300 points, and he also gets an Amazon gift card for $25. Wait, Will, come on back up here. On the way to the assembly today, right in the hallway as I was coming in, Will surprised me with his latest report, and he has over 400 points right now. So power clap for Will.
And I know we've taken a break from junior joggers because the field has been so yucky because it's falling down and all red. It was really sad. So we'll pick that back up as long as the weather holds out. We will plan on having junior joggers on Tuesday. Does that work? Yeah. We'll start junior joggers again on Tuesday. All right, so we kind of continue mileage. Mrs. McNeely, we're at 30 miles. Mrs. Nash, 15 miles. Mrs. Moeller, 25 miles. Mrs. Lizdney, 50 miles. Mrs. Watts, 55 miles. And Mrs. Lampman, 80. All right, 80K. Mrs. Teg, 25 miles. For second quarter, Mrs. Ramsey, 25 miles. Mrs. Kiley's class, second quarter, we're at 20 miles. Mr. Croft's class, second quarter, ran 120 miles. Mrs. Hutchinson's class, 55 miles. And here's the big one, Mrs. Schuberger's class. The golden shoe, again, belongs to Mrs. Lampman's class at Fremont and Mr. Croft's class again at ABK.
Okay, next is gotcha tickets. I'm giving that one out, and here we go. Two winners from Mrs. Tyso's class are Jordan Parker and Dylan Timberlake. Are they here? Okay, come on up, guys. Mrs. Lee's class, and I will have to have Mrs. Lee appoint somebody to pick up the AM ones, maybe Mrs. Lee herself. Here they are. Aislinn Blythe, Sunny Samples, we got a tie there, and then Braden Wright. Okay, Mrs. Lee's afternoon class, Catherine Garris and Anthony Lamas. Mrs. Nash class, Ellie Harmon and Jose Herrera. Mrs. McNeely's class, Addie Holderman and Ty Duarte. Okay, second grade, we had a tie in Mrs. Lizdney's class with the girls in that room. Haley Stottskill and Elizabeth Garris. And the boy, of course, is Redmond Lim. Mrs. Moore's class, Brooke Frederick, and I should have been announcing how many. Brooke Frederick, 15, and Miles Maxwell, 9. Third grade, Mrs. Lampman's class, Laura Garris with 30, Eli Rucker with 21. Nice job. Miss Watts' class, Brianna Haynes with 40, Benny Alves with 32. That is a lot of gotcha tickets. Benny's not here. Okay, fourth grade, Mrs. Ramsey, Laisha, 8, and Christian with 7. Mrs. Tagg's class, we have Leanne with 6, Hovind with 4. Fifth grade, Mrs. Holly's class, Chloe Harmon 10, Gregory Hamley with 13. Okay, well, they're coming coming up, I'll read Mr. Crock and Mr. Lampman's class, Riley Powers with 18, and Luis with 15. And then we move into the 6th grade. I'll wait for that to come up in 7th. Okay, we're going to have to get 2 more armbands, so on the way. I think we'll go ahead and award them, and then Mrs. Hutchison's class will catch up with you at the end of the assembly, okay? So here we go. Mrs. Schulenberger's class, Mrs. Murphy, Mrs. Dixon, come over. Leslie Dutron with 7, and David Sipp with 22. In Mrs. Hutchison's class, Samantha Sanchez with 8, and Denham with 12. So come here, we're good to see you. Samantha and Denham. And just wait right over here, and we'll have some armbands for you. And here they come. Okay, thank you. Good job on the gotchas. We have lots and lots and lots of them, so keep up the good citizenship and doing good things in our school. It goes a long way.
Hey school, when the classes come to the library, they get a golden bookmark every week. If they come into the library quietly, if they use the library quietly, use those shelf markers and put things back where they belong. And so, for this 9 weeks, the 4th grade classes that earned their Golden Book Award for getting the 9 bookmarks every single week are Mrs. Ramsey's class and Mrs. Tagg's class. And for the 5th grade class that earned their 9 bookmarks for the 9 weeks, that is Mr. Lampman's class. And for those 6th graders, Mrs. Hutchison and Mrs. Schulenberger. Thank you so much.
Hi guys, it was really hard to judge this time. But as far as cafeteria, Mrs. Schulenberger gets the golden spoon this 9 weeks. And Mrs. Tags. Mrs. Tags, I'm kind of pinched in when our servers won't show up on time. Her class was very, very good about coming up and asking and volunteering to help, and that really helped me work out. And I really appreciate it. In Fremont, I gotta say, the most improved class in the cafeteria was PM Kindergarten. So that was your most improved. And I have a bag of candy up here for you guys. After the last 9 weeks, the golden spoon goes to Mrs. Nash's class. And the other golden spoon, so I never have to go to the table, ask them to be quiet. They come in, they get their business done. Mrs. Lampman's class. Their fields were terrible, they were muddy, the grass was coming in. I judged it by pencils, papers, that sort of thing. The gold goes to Mrs. McNeely's. And the silver goes to Mrs. Lampman and Mrs. Lee's kindergarten class. And overall for the year, I've had a few students that just stood out over the last 9 weeks. They've said thank you, they've been polite, they've shown respect, and I'd like to give them a certain award that I made up. It's called the Triple P Award. And it's gonna be for positive attitude, polite manners, pleasant and respectful to all staff and students and fellow students. And those 4 students are J.C. Blair, Chloe Ramirez, Eli Rucker, and Audrey Rucker. I'd like to give a lot more of these out for politeness and being respectful. Mr. Kaiser may have to give me a loan by getting all the prizes, but I'd like to see at least double or triple the next 9 weeks. Do you think we can do that?
Okay, now some of you are going to be getting an award because this attendance went from November 3rd to January 23rd. Some of you that are getting an award have been absent since the cutoff date was established. So next time you probably won't get an award, but this time you are getting one. So in kindergarten, Sammy Brazil. Don't clap until Mr. Cagle and I are done. Sammy Brazil, Michael Buck, Riggs Lim, Kara Maxwell, Dylan Timberlake, Rashida Williams, and Aurora Wright. You all need to come up and get your prize. Good job for coming to school every single day. Hey, Michael, you get something more. Okay, now in first grade, Troy Atkins, Ellie Harmon, Cash Horlacker, McKenna Stark, Hazel Tilton, Jesus Villalobos, and that is all in first grade. Good job to the first graders for coming. Okay, now in second grade, Jacob Atkins, Kara Cardoza, Elizabeth Flores, Daniela Hernandez, Holt Horlacker, Renan Lim, Miles Maxwell, Raven McLean, Talent Summers, and Dominic Williams. Good job to you guys. Okay, now we're moving on to third grade. Benny Owls, Crystal Galusha, Ashley Guile, Laura Torres, Eric Harmon, Rael Harmon, Haley Hobble. There's a lot of third graders. Good job to you guys. Denver Johnson, Isabel Kinsman, Brandon Marcus, Robert Meisinger, Clyde Mobley, Daniel Mira, Preston Parmalee, Alexa Philibert, Isabel Ramos, Elijah, Corbin Stark, and Keaton Warda. Okay, now for fourth grade. Quiet, good job. Okay, fourth graders, Leanne Dillaboo, Destiny Flores, Yvette Franklin, Kinsey Meisinger, Christian Mira, Gabriela Ramos, Dale Rolfe, Audrey Rucker, Bridget Schulenberger, Dakota Singleton, and David Yacola. Good job on the power class. Okay, fifth graders, getting ready now. Dylan Asbell, Robbie Cardoza, Anna Felder, William Flores, Colin Marcus. Quiet, please. Thank you. Tanya Mitchell, Trevor Schultz, Nevaeh Stafford, Luis Villalobos, Macy Warda. Power clap. Come on now. 1, 2, 3. Good job. Okay, sixth graders. Sierra Binion, Sammy Conley, Kaylee Guile, Blaine Martin, Jonathan Pradmore, Zachary Reese, Caden Ray, Zeke Rufford, Samantha Sanchez, and Kyler Sturba and Ashton Tilton. Okay, good job on your attendance, boys and girls.
Order. This award is just a name call, and that means that you didn't get any refocused the entire year so far. So you're doing great. Keep up the good work. All right, starting with 4th grade. Hold your claps to the end, please. Abby, Marisa, Savannah, stand up. Stand up. Bailey, Kaden, Taima, Tyler, Kinsey, Audrey, Seska, Marisol, Miranda, Leanne, Jake, Adriana, Crystal, Gabby, Bridget, Ivana, Yvette, and Jessa. Okay, one clap. Okay, going on to 5th grade. Dylan, Sadie, Annette, Chloe, Alexis, Tegan, Tanya, Aiden, Emily, Gracie, Ella, Wyatt, Brittany, Lainey, Anna, William, Beth, Kirsten, Sophie, Louise, Macy, Nicole, and Mason. Ready? And 6th grade. David, Fletcher, Anders, Con, Bella, Zach, David Sipp, Avery, Kaylee Coker, I think, sorry, Lexi, Michaela, Ashton, and Abigail.
Let's see, the people that get the famous Golden Notable Award is Mrs. Muller's room. And the people who get the treble, not trouble, are Miss Watts' class. And after doing a lot of math, it was pretty close, but I based this on scores I gave after class and also on ratings. The best ukulele class for this quarter was Mrs. Tagg's room. Put that right there. And last but not least, on behalf of Miss Harris, her 2 classes that she's giving best music class to are, once again, Mrs. Kiley and Mrs. Schulenberger.
Mr. Cahill and I have been watching the students in the Hay School coming up and down the hallways. We still have lots of work to do. The things we need to remember, staying to the right, single file, and nice and quiet. But for this 9 weeks, the winner of the Golden Key and the bucket of candy for Mr. Cahill and I goes to Mrs. Ramsey's class.
All right, we had 3 winners for PE in Fremont. This is Lindsay's class, Miss Lincoln's class, and Mrs. McNeely's class. We also had 3 winners at Hay School. First one, Mrs. Ramsey's class. Mrs. Hutchinson's class. And good job, Mrs. Kiley's class. Good job to all of you, thank you.
Okay, that concludes our assembly today. I'd like 3rd grade PE to stay over for a minute and help Mr. Crock put these chairs away, whichever 3rd grade class is PE today. So anyway, you are excused. Teachers, gather your classes up. Somebody may exit this way, that will help the crowd. Thank you.